I know people will say that you'll regret combing out your locks, but I didn't, and I don't. I still don't. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to tell whether or not combing your locks out is a step backwards for you or a step forward. If you're on a lock journey or thinking about one, go ahead and hit subscribe. This is a safe space, no judgment, okay? I know some people want to judge you for what you decide to do to your hair, but this is not what we're doing that at, okay? So go ahead and subscribe, and let's jump right into it. What's up, you guys? My name is Monique D, and if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I used to have locks, and I no longer have them, and I am more than happy. So I want to kind of share my experience because I feel like this is not really talked about enough. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, girl, get locks, or, you know, encouraging people to get locks, but nobody talks about that season that you get into when you just decide, like, you know what, I'm over it. I need something else. Like, what do I do? There's very few people that I feel like you can resonate with online who understand where you're coming from and are coming from it from a non-judgmental space. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, you want to get rid of your locks because you didn't really want them anyway. It was a trend. It's like, no, girl, like, it was a season. It was something personal to you. So I kind of want to just explain my journey and my experience so that hopefully it helps somebody else make a sound decision on what works for them. Okay, this is not to encourage you to comb your locks out. This is just to make you understand that you are not alone. If you want to comb your locks out right now, do what works for you. But watch this video and hopefully this helps you make your decision. So just a little background. I got my locks 4 years ago. I love my locks. Everything about my locks, I loved them. The only thing that started to deter me or kind of like slowed, I feel like, my journey down for me being able to enjoy my journey was finding a stylist that was consistent. Now, my first stylist that I got that initially like started my lock process, she was amazing. I cannot remember her name to save my life, y'all. I was trying to think about it before this video. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen. But she was amazing and I loved her work and everything, but I ended up buying a house and I moved a bit of a distance from her, like close to 2 hours. And it's like, girl, do you want to keep driving 2 hours to get your hair done? Well, 4 hours to get your hair done. And it's like, no, like, who has time for that? So I ended up going to her a few times after I moved, but slowly I started to look for other stylists. The stylists in my area apparently not like money. So they're very inconsistent. They didn't retwist all the way down. It was just always something. So it really just kind of made my journey kind of annoying. And then I came across my final stylist that did my retwist up until I got, or until I combed them out, which was Jasmine, my girl Jasmine. So shout out to her. I absolutely love her. And that's probably the only thing I miss about my lock journey is because she's professional, on time, like just she has her stuff together. I'll say that. She just has her stuff together. So if she would do braids or anything else, I would be right there with her still. But other than that, I just feel like I had come to my journey had come to a head. Like, I feel like it was just, I was over it after a while. Now, did all the hairstylists, like the little crappy hairstylists I had in between, did they play a role in my decision? Absolutely. But I can say for myself, my initial reason for getting locks was to start my healing journey. I initially got locks, for those who don't know, because my grandmother passed away in 2021. And shortly after, I decided, okay, I need to do something. Like, I felt like I was going crazy, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was just in a space of, I need to do something for myself. I need to, I don't know. I can't even explain the feeling, you guys. I just felt like I was honestly going crazy because she was such a huge part of my life. And I wanted to end the year on my terms. I don't know. I just had to do something. So with that being said, I ended up deciding to lock my hair and I did it. And it was a great journey, despite what I mentioned earlier, the stylist. But for me, as the years progressed, I felt like I was becoming disconnected with that journey. And I don't really know how to explain it. If you've ever had locks, or you would understand, but I was really becoming disconnected with that journey. I felt like the person who I was when I got those locks was not the person that I am now. It's not who I am now. You know what I mean? Like, do I still miss my grandmother? Absolutely. Am I still grieving? Absolutely. We will always grieve people who pass away. You know what I mean? But as time progresses, I truly believe that we learn to grieve differently. And I have been able to channel that grief in other ways. And I feel like it just didn't feel like me anymore, if that makes sense. Like, I really don't know how to explain it. Like, I just didn't feel connected to that journey at all. So While people are always like, oh, it's hype, like you want to comb your locks out because you didn't really want them in the first place. You wanted this and that. And that's why I really wanted to create this video, because that is the furthest from the truth. Like, I didn't get it as a trend. I didn't get it because I saw other people doing it. People do stuff all the time that I do not do. I don't duplicate. I don't, like, I just don't. So for me, it was literally for my healing purposes, and it's something that I always wanted anyway. It was a style that I wanted. It was something that I wanted to experience for myself, and I felt like it was the perfect time, considering the unfortunate circumstances. So for me, that's what it was. Now I want to get into really quickly, I already talked about this hairstylist, and another thing, you guys, I'll be honest, I am a 2-week girly. I'm a 2-week hair girly. While I loved my locks, the in-between times were just, it was a lot for me. Like, I just feel like, you know, I don't know. And this is another thing where people try to bash, like, oh, you don't love your hair. You're supposed to let it breathe and do all this stuff. I was doing that. I was absolutely doing that. But I do realize that locks are definitely for a specific person. I truly just believe that locks are for people who have more patience. I did not have that much patience anymore. And while, like I said, there were parts of my journey that I did love and enjoy, and there's so much that I learned on this journey, but it wasn't for me anymore in the moment. I'm in a different space. And would I ever get my locks back? I probably would. I'm 50-50, but I would be open to it. I'm not against not having locks. You know, locks are beautiful. But I feel like for my purpose, mine served their purpose for when they needed to, and that was it. So if you are considering combing out your locks or cutting them or do whatever, don't be afraid to change paths. It is okay. We are here for a reason. We are here to experience life and to live it, and nobody should be telling you what to do with your hair unless they're going to pay for it. And if that's the case, send them your Zelle, your Cash App, your PayPal, whatever you accept for payments, because nobody else should be telling you what to do with your hair. I'm not even telling you what to do with your hair. I'm telling you to make a sound decision for you and where you are in your life. So I hope that helps. I just wanted to put this out there because we don't hear enough people talking about this. And yeah, I wish I would have seen someone talking about this when I was in the process of going back and forth. You know what I mean? Or you see some videos where people regret combing their locks out. I personally have not regretted it. I have made the decision that I need to make for myself, and that is what it is. If I decide to get them later on, I mean, I'm open to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not against locks. Just right now in this space that I'm in, I don't want them. And I don't have to have them. I'm not a hostage to my hair. We are not slaves to our hair, you guys. So let's keep that in mind. Also, don't judge people for their journeys. I feel like a lot of people in this community can get very stuck in a groupthink mindset. This is not a groupthink project. I didn't get my locks for you or this person over here or this account over here, user number 5703. Like, I got locks because that's what I wanted to do for myself. And it was a personal decision. And it was also a personal decision to let them go. So anyway, if you've ever stayed with something for too long because of the meaning attached to it, comment down below, release, because that's what we are doing. Okay. We are releasing the attachment to things that no longer serve us. And that is okay. Okay, I might get, y'all might see me with locks again in 2 years, and so be it if you do. Okay, if I do decide to get locks again, that is my prerogative. Okay, I have every right to do whatever the heck I want to do with my hair. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, and if I do decide to get them again, I would do things differently. I have certain things that I would do differently. I learned a lot from this process. Like I said, I have no regrets. There are 0 regrets. The only regret is I wish I would have taken them out sooner, but that's okay. But yeah, if you want my list of things that I would do differently if I were to get locks, again, please comment down below and I will do that video gladly. I actually want to save it for my own reference. So if you guys are interested in that video, please comment down below. I will do it. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. And again, why did I make that sound? I'm not editing that out. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see y'all in the next one. And yeah. Sorry, it's my dog, you guys. Okay, I gotta go. He's hungry.